Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this one actually came from a recommendation. A colleague of mine picked it up a little while ago and had a lot to say about it, good and bad. That was enough to get me curious. So today, we're getting into all of it. But before that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. So this monitor has been on my desk for about a week, 12 to 16 hours a day, juggling work during the day and online MBA at night. Here are my initial thoughts. I paid $2,100 before tax for this monitor using my own money, and I'm glad I did not regret it. The first practical snag I ran into was with the HDMI. When the monitor goes to sleep, it tries to wake up a few times and eventually crashes the Mac Studio M2 Ultra I'm using. Switching to DisplayPort from the USB-C port on the back of the Mac has been flawless. I was hoping to reclaim that USB-C port, but my prior setup needed two USB-C ports anyway, so I'm still up one port overall. The screen itself is bright and clear, as you would expect from a modern ultrawide. There are no dead pixels, no obvious artifacts, and for work and school use, 120 Hz is more than enough. I did not notice a difference when I tried going up to 240 Hz, so the higher refresh rate does not feel essential for me. The curve works great about 2 feet from my face. It is on a desk against the wall, so the screen wraps a little more than my previous setup, and I appreciate the extra immersion. It also freed up some desk space under the screen because I only needed one base instead of two. On the rear, the lighting and the futuristic design feel unnecessary since the monitor is pressed against the wall. The bulk there could have been trimmed to slim the profile a bit without impacting the look I care about. I'm not a big gamer, but I did try Angry Birds on the full screen and found the view satisfying. The large, wide landscape to avoid horizontal scrolling is a nice touch for certain types of side scrollers, provided the game supports that extra space. If I have a wish list, a couple of things come to mind. I would have liked built-in loudspeakers like other Samsung gaming monitors, so I could skip a separate pair of speakers. And for this price, I would have appreciated a high-quality built-in 4K webcam and microphone for Zoom calls, so I could run meetings with fewer peripherals on the desk. Mac users will want to take note about scaling. With Mac spaces, I can have 3 windows per space and 1 space per activity, which is a real win for workflow. There is no bezel in the middle of the screen, which helps, but full screen handling could be better if Apple fixed a couple of quirks. If you can get apps to scale properly, text looks crisp and scrolling remains smooth at 120 Hz. Overall, this is a solid buy. I last bought big monitors 8 years ago and paid around $2,000 for similar units, so paying roughly the same for this feels like a good deal. The installation is a bit of a handful when you're doing it solo because of the weight and curvature, and you definitely want a sturdy mount if you plan to wall mount or use a single long arm. If you can snag one at a good price and accept that there are a few edge caveats, max scaling, mounting considerations, and the occasional firmware hiccup with HDMI, this monitor does deliver a very satisfying, immersive experience.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.